After you've edited your video, it's time to add some effects, music, color correction, and of course, what we want to talk about now, text. Obviously, you might want to put movie credits at the end, or you want to put a character name, a title name. You want to put an opening introduction. There's many things that you can do in Final Cut Pro 10 with text. So I just put a couple clips down just as an example here on my storyline to see if this is a completed project, if somebody would want to view. And I want to add three things. I want to add a built-in opener, as they call it in Final Cut Pro 10, or I want to add a lower third to one of the character names on here, and then I want to put in closing credits. So let's do all that. And where is text is the million-dollar question. So right here, underneath the inspector, right up here, we have the letter T you'll find, and that's in between the transition browser and the generators browser. You will find the titles browser. So let's click that. And you have a couple options here. You have the build-in, build-out. You have a bumper opener. You have credits, elements, and lower thirds. So we want to talk about three of these. I want to go to the build-in and out. You could also go to the bumper opener is fine. Either one of these pretty much do the same thing. But I want to go to the build-in and out. I just want text. And anytime you want to preview a text, all that you have to do is just hover your mouse over the text itself, and it kind of shows you what it would do. And you can hover your mouse over and hit the spacebar button, and it'll show you what it does. Um, Same thing with this one, the blur. So I want to blur. It shows you, it uses the word title and blurs out the title. This is boogie lights, and it does a little sparkle. Centered titles, custom, dramatic, titles drifting, fade. It even has a far, far away Star Wars. It has all different types of openers if you were to start your video. So I'm going to do something that they call um, pixie dust. Let's take that one. And it does a little, it shows the title, and it does a little, um, shows pixie dust in purple go across the screen. So I'm just going to click the text, and I'm going to drag it all the way to the right. And notice I'm going to wait, bring it to the beginning, and notice my video move to the right for me, and where I can place the text in the beginning. And notice it's got the orange that I need to render it towards the end, which we'll get to in a future lesson. So I want to adjust this text. So I'm just going to click it. And right up here, you have the title, so it's showing the build-in, build-out. You can change the size of this, but I'm going to leave it fine. Right now, the color of the text is white, so if I want to change the color, I would just go to my rainbow here and just click the dropper. Maybe I'll do a yellow. So I'll click the yellow, and that's what it changed to. And I'm going to go to text. And right up here on text, I have the title. So I'm going to put in X Games. Very manly here for the for the title with pixie dust. The size of it will be, I'll lower the size, or I can raise the size. I can change the fonts if I want to all different types. Maybe I'll choose sketch block. All right. Alignment center, I'm happy with that. Caps, all this I'm fine with. But you can change, you have different text settings right here. So now if I play it, my video, there it is, X Games. And it saves it. Now notice that was a little bit hard. It was a little bumpy because of the render. So I'm just going to go to modify, and I'm going to render my selection. And you'll notice in the video, again, the percentage going up to render, just so I can make sure that playback is going to be good. So as this renders, I want to do a lower third. And before I do a lower third, again, these were just build in, build out, basic introductions. And one that would have made sense too is a sports one. I could do a sports text. So maybe I'll replace it. I'll drag this sports one right here. It's white. I'm going to let go. And I'm going to replace. And look at that. It just replaced the text. So, since this is sports, let's go again. Let's go to the text. Shows the title, right? It's got X Games. Let's go to the subtitle. Now notice what I'm doing this time. you can not only type it in here, what I did in the inspector before, you can also click on the text itself within the viewer. So I'm going to double click in X Games, and then I'm going to write X Games. Uh, I'm just going to put ESPN, like it's on the network. The network is sponsoring it. All right, and again, you can render it because it's got the orange line underneath it, but I'll play it to test it out. And there it is. Comes right onto the screen, X Games. All right. So there's my text, and then we go right into the video. All right. So again, we want to talk about other text. We want a lower third. If I want to put a talent's name, lower thirds again go to the bottom right or left of the screen. So I'm just going to look for a lower third that makes sense. This one's got name and description, so I'll take this one. They have all different ones right here once you click the category lower third. And again, once I decide on lower third I want to do, I want to drag it, and I'm going to put it on top of my video because I want the video to play, but I want to see the text. So again, just like with a connected clip, I want my text to be a connected clip. So now I'll see the video, and look, I see the text on the screen. So I'm going to write my name, Tom Kenny. This is me, right there. And let's play the video. And there it is. My name came right on the screen. And again, you have, just like with the build in and out, you have title to see the basic functions, the size, the color, text where you can change the size, add more text, you want the alignment, the line, tracking, cap locks. Under here in text, you also have fill color. You also have outline, so the borders could be in the color. You can make your text glow in the background, and you can even add drop shadow, where the text, and notice how I clicked that and the text got bolder. I can make the text glow if I so choose. There's all different things that you can do. It's just basically clicking and selecting things. But that's pretty much the basic things with a lower third too. And then also you have your ending credits, which I want to get to. Your ending credits are really good. Obviously, you have your movie credits right here. So I'll drag that. That obviously would be at the end. And right here, it's pretty much Final Cut 10 sets it for you, the movie credits, which is really nice. Once you click it, notice right there, title, description. Right there, name, description. So I can put Tom Kenny. And I'll put director. I'll put my wife, Holly Kenny. And she was the camera operator. And so on. You can just fill it in. If you want to put the title again, we'll put the X Games right here on top. And that's it. And again, you render it and you just fill out the rest of the video. You go through this whole thing and you just fill in the information. And the same thing with the font, the size, the adjustment, the color, all that, drop shadow. Select all of that and it'll make the quick changes for you. Now again, I talked about built-in opener. That's something else you could put in the beginning. I've used this bold fin before. I'll drag on the timeline. This would be something that you would put in the beginning of a clip. I'm just placing it at the end to show it as an example. But again, it's the same thing. You would click the title, more information, subtitle, to type in the text that you want. But if any of these texts have an arrow in the middle, that means that you can put a video or a picture in the center. So I'm actually going to double click that. And where it says Media Wall Inset, if you click that arrow, I can actually choose the clip that I want in there. So I'm just going to select this clip. I'm going to apply it. And look at that. I now have back on my text. I now have a video open or a picture open by either one that you want to do, just to go with my title in the beginning. Either one works, and those are some basic text tools, and it's pretty easy to navigate once you just figure out which buttons to press and which text you want to utilize.